All right, guys, I'm going to give you guys a quick walkthrough on how to use the Agency Elephant Zap. Okay, so Agency Elephant has its own Zap in Zapier, and it is called, believe it or not, Agency Elephant, right? This is the latest one, so you're going to want to use this one. When things happen in Agency Elephant, you can trigger that information to be sent in other places. So when a new group is added, when a new lead is added to a group, when a leader copy or move, when a new tag is added, when a pipeline is added or removed from a lead, you can trigger that information to go to another outside source. One of the biggest use cases we see most people do, however, is not when things happen inside Agency Elephant, but when things happen on like a form, a jot form, another system, another tool. And I'll pull up this Zap over here because it'll make your life a little bit easier so we don't have to build the whole thing. I can show you the triggering events, okay? So if a jot form gets completed and you want to send it over to Agency Elephant, it's pretty straightforward, okay? So you're going to have the trigger that happens. Let's say it's a form being submitted and completed. And then if there's some steps you have to do to make that information come across clean, so like in a jot form, you've got to pull out the client's full name and separate it into a first and last. And that's what this step did, was it separated the first and last name, or the full name, into the first and last. Because the most important thing about Agency Elephant when you're using this app is, one, once you sign in, you're going to have to use your account's API information. If you're in the correct package, you'll have that information here, right here. All of your API information will be right here. And so if you are in Agency Elephant and you are on the right package, all of your API login credentials will be there. You'll put those credentials in, and then you'll get to this screen, and it'll be what you want to do with the lead. Do you want to create or update a lead? Do you want to add or remove a tag? Do you want to copy or move that lead to a new group? Or do you want to add and remove a status from that lead, a pipeline status, okay? So once you pick what you're trying to do with that lead, you're then going to choose your account, which we've already done. We've logged in. These are the steps I'm talking about. And then you're doing your action. So whenever you send anyone into Agency Elephant, there's 3 fields that have to exist within your data to send it. If you want to send a lead to Agency Elephant, you need to have the first name, the last name, and either the mobile or email. You have to have one of those 2 things to trigger the lead to send to Agency Elephant, okay? Either a mobile or an email. You have to have the first name and last name segmented out, and you have to pick what group they're going to. What group are you sending these people into when they're coming into Agency Elephant? If the group doesn't exist, you're going to have to create it in Agency Elephant first, and then hit load more once it's created. Put them in the correct group. It doesn't have to trigger an automation or a drip. It can just be a sorting purpose. And if you want to put them in a pipeline, pick the pipeline. As soon as that's done, you'll hit the test action, and if it's formed successfully, you'll come over to Agency Elephant and make sure they're in here. After that, you turn it on and you're good to go. But these actions in Agency Elephant are really, really important, okay? Creating or updating a lead means adding a lead into Agency Elephant, or updating that lead with a new group, new tag, etc. Adding a new tag simply means adding a tag. So if you're updating that lead, you're updating info, pipelines, and you're updating groups. If you want to update or remove a tag from something that happened here, you do that here. If you want to add a lead straight into a group, you do that here. If you want to add or remove a pipeline status to a lead, you do that here, okay? So I always just use create and add lead because I don't know if the lead exists, so I can't change a pipeline status if the lead doesn't exist. So I'm going to say, hey, create or update lead. What am I doing? Well, I'm sending it into the group and the status that I want to send it into. All right, that is the Agency Elephant Zapier. You can get as creative and as in-depth as you want, or keep it as basic and simple as this one is. Got any questions? Go to the Agency Elephant Facebook group.